It is unfathomable to believe that someone would have the nerve to tamper with the U.S. mail in an attempt to foreclose on a homeowner. Yet that is precisely the allegation set forth by Jimmy and Patty Ann Busby. We find that the law firm of Reamer Arnovitz is suspect. Are you dealing with the law firm of Reamer Arnovitz in a foreclosure or debt collection matter? We have some information from an insider that you should know about. Now, while I am not conferring any legal advice, as a former Assistant Attorney General from Ohio, I remain concerned about this matter, and I hope that those of you out there who see this and who choose to file ethics complaints of your own also notify me so that I can see to it as to how assiduously the Ohio Bar Association and other regulatory agencies address these concerns. So, there are three areas of concern. The first area is the merger with Babcock and Wasserman. Okay, now, the merger per se, there's nothing unethical about that, and it's my understanding that Reamer Arnovitz is broke, and they're paying payroll out of credit card accounts, whatever. That's not inherently unethical, but it provides a contextual backdrop for what I'm about to tell you as to why they're acting the way they're acting, okay? So, now with regard to back billing, okay, we all know it's unlawful to steal from your clients. In this instance, an insider tells me that the attorneys put money into the court file up front, on these foreclosure cases in a draw type account, all right? And the contracts state that when the account is closed, that's it. But the principals at Reamer Arnovitz go on and back bill, for example, for publication costs or other matters, and basically steal it from the court cost refund and then report a lower refund than what was actually received to the client. And they've been double billing and back billing, and it's my understanding that the clients, who are all the foreclosure banks, name one, that they in turn are requesting strict audits and further accounting. Okay, so there's the first issue. The next issue. Oh, by the way, and as to the first issue, it's a fact that the presumptive sanction for misappropriation is disbarment, and that misconduct involving dishonesty, fraud, deceit, or misrepresentation requires a period of actual suspension from the practice of law. That's Counsel versus Squire, 130 Ohio State 3rd, 368, 2011. So, wherefore, the Ohio Bar Association must now conduct audits of all Reamer Arnovitz files for the past several years in order to ferret out this illegal conduct and to punish it appropriately, which should, of course, result in multiple suspension, if not disbarment. The second issue. I have reason to believe that Reamer Arnovitz directed others under their control to utilize fake United States Postal Service green cards, which, among other things, implicates Rule 3.3 candor to the tribunal concerns. This is Christopher King and Patty Busby. I'd like to speak with Attorney Peter Costello, please.
Okay, is this regarding your home? Okay, I tried to get a hold of Pete Costello, but he wasn't in his office. Did you want to leave him a voicemail?
I do, yes, thank you.
Okay, one moment, please. Do you know if he'll be there later today? You've reached the office of Peter Costello.
Concerns that I have in her case, which is scheduled for sale tomorrow, are that there are green cards in her file that were used for service, apparently. They were filed in the court, and there's an affidavit in the court now with Jimmy Busby claiming that those signatures are not his on those green cards. I have reviewed the signatures, and they appear to be materially inconsistent between each other. There are two green cards, and then they are inconsistent with his affidavit signature as well, so I'm concerned about that. I'm also concerned with the fact that the sheriff claims that he personally served Patty Busby when she was in the hospital at the time and had undergone gastrointestinal surgery and eye surgery. He was basically blind at the time. And plus the fact that if he personally served her, why are those green cards in the file indicating service of some kind? So there's an allegation of fraud. I can't substantiate it, but I'd like your comment on it. And given those allegations, I'd like to know if you're willing to suspend this sale. Last, I have a notation that you prepared an assignment involving Mohit Pathan, who allegedly was a vice president of MERS. Sir, I have no indication that Mohit Pathan ever worked for MERS, and that appears to be a false allegation on your part if you prepared that assignment. And again, these are material issues involving the chain of title, and I'm wondering if you're willing to suspend this sale given these allegations. Now, this matter has implications that go well beyond any court litigation underlying this whole matter. So parallel jurisdiction most certainly exists for the bar associations to look into this, if they will. And when you go back and look up the green cards, they track to nothing. So the courts are ignoring it. Will the Bar Association ignore it as well? The Busbys have issued affidavits saying they never signed for any such green cards. Okay, so that's fraud upon the court, potentially. But nobody seems to care because, these guys are big-time attorneys and I'm just a little guy. That's all. Now, the third issue, where I have them red-handed, that involves an allegation that Reamer made to certain individuals in the legal practice that I was not allowed to talk to them about the Busby file because of privacy concerns and the FDCPA. But that, my friends, is a goddamn lie. The point is, in their own complaint against me, they stated that there were several YouTube videos that I had circulated. Well, in those videos, you can see the Busbys issued a release for me. Okay? So, Safeguard was aware of it. Bank of America was aware of it. And so too was Reamer, because Reamer sent the email out containing the link. So, right there is another fraudulent misrepresentation on the part of Reamer and Arnovitz. And we're going to sit back and wait and see what happens. But obviously, they're in the wrong. And the same thing, it's the same pattern with Safeguard.
Police and thieves in the street. Oh yeah. Scaring the nation with their guns and ammunition.
With Linda Urquilla, that lawyer, as you see right here, she said that she didn't have receipt of anything, but in point of fact, she had multiple receipts of information from me and other people, and so did the other staff at Safeguard. But those guys are all friends of the Bush family. They hold big parties out in Texas. So they're just going to steamroll me. But if that's going to happen, guess what? I'm putting it all out in the streets. That's it for now, folks. Over and out.